Hello, this is Randy Hanley, host of the Manly Hanley podcast, also from randyhanley.com, and I frequently do how-tos, tips and tricks for technology, saving some money, things like that. And today I have for you FASTKEYS. This is a product I've been using for years now, and I highly recommend it. I personally use it all day, every day in my professional career, and I rely on it. It's great, and I want to share it with you today. And we also have a special offer on this software. At least for this time you're watching the video, for about a week out, 20% off for randyhanley.com, Manly Hanley podcast listeners. So let's get started, and I'll show you what the software is to see if this is something you would like. First off, you're going to head to your favorite search engine like Google or Bing. I personally use Bing, and you're going to search for FASTKEYS, or you can just go to fastkeyesautomation.com, but I'm used to typing things in a search engine, and usually the first result, maybe within the first few results, you'll see fastkeyesautomation.com. You're going to go there. From there, you're going to go ahead and download the software. On the main page, you'll see a free download link. Do that to get started. I'll fast forward for you. Be aware that this software is for Windows users only, and once the download's finished, you're going to run the setup file, and that's here. You're going to accept the defaults, click Next, Install. Takes about a couple seconds doing this live, and you can see it's pretty fast, and you're going to launch the software. So what is FASTKEYS? I'll break it down for you in a really simple description. It's a text expander. Think of autocorrect on your phone, but with many, many more options. You can do text abbreviations that expand into a paragraph with variables that can fill in the person's name. And I'm going to show you a real basic one today, but you can do more than that. You can do shortcuts and menus and commands that launch programs, open web pages with some key combinations. It's amazing. And that the fact that this program only costs, I believe it's $19.99. We'll go look here. It just blows my mind. I recommend everybody buy this program if you have a PC and you're working on a PC on a daily basis. So $19 gets you this program. Today, we were given a discount code for our listeners, and it's pretty awesome. I'm going to put that in the video description. I recommend you go buy this software right now and get 20% off. If you are working in a corporate environment or, at a company and you're a professional, I do recommend buying the professional version because that will license you to use it on multiple computers depending on how many licenses you purchase in that package. And you can also, as you see here, you can share phrase files and word lists. So definitely consider getting the professional version to cover your own self for any, future expansion of the software if you want to deploy it elsewhere. All right, so let's get started and say that you've already installed the software like I just did. If you look down here and click this little caret on your taskbar, you should see an icon with an arrow, and when you hover over it, it will say FASTKEYS and the version number. If for some reason you don't see the icon, you can click the Start button and start typing the word FAST, and you should see it in your programs, and then you can just launch it from there. Once you have the icon running down here, just double-click it, and it will bring the software up on your screen. Now, this is really useful what FASTKEYS did here. They put a bunch of examples in here that you can already use, and it kind of just shows you how it's done. I didn't even have to use the manual to learn the software. It was that easy because I could go in here and just read each one of these, and I can double click on it. Let's try the first one, kind regards. If I'm in a text document and I type KR on my keyboard, it's going to send the text kind regards. Let's try it out. Let's open up Notepad. Before FASTKEYS will start working, you need to click the Save button, however. So once I click Save, it's now armed and ready to monitor what I'm typing. So let's type in KR, space, there's kind regards. Let's kick it up a notch and see what else this thing can do. And this is how I tweak this software to be perfect the way I want it. I keep going back and forth between clicking this, and now that I'm back in the software, I go back to, let's make kind regards work a little more the way I want it to. So where was kind regards? It's KR right here at the top. I double click it, and we're going to click the More Options drop down, and I'm going to click the option called Trigger Immediately. So instead of me needing to click space after I type KR, the second I type KR, it's going to expand into that text. Let's try it out. Let's erase what I typed. Boom. Look how fast and easy that is. Now, we're not just stuck with basic text insertion. This thing can do it all. It does everything I need. Let me show you this. If we go back to the software, and if you look down here a little bit, you see some things that stand out. And this is why these examples are so useful, because I'm too lazy to read through instructions, and I can just use these and customize them. It's perfect. So if I double click on this one with the YS in it, you can see there's a bunch of forward slashes in here. There's a YS, SY. if you type this string, any of these strings, YS or SY, it's going to, let me just start with the first one, YS. It's going to give you a menu selection, and each selection is designated by these little forward slashes. Watch, let's try it out. We'll try typing YS. And if I hit space, there we go. We got yours sincerely, sincerely yours, yours faithfully, faithfully yours. So without reading the instructions, you can kind of figure this out. Let's go back here, and we'll go back to that YSSY. Let's add one at the end and just see if it does anything. Worst case, you can just go back and fix it. So I'll just add up yours. That's not very nice. Don't say that, but I'm going to click OK and save. And let's see what happens when I type YS again. Now you have that as your selection. So you see the possibilities are endless. You can add menu items. Now let's go back and see what we were inspecting here again. You see YSS. Let's see what happens if I type SY. And this is going to start to make sense now after you see this. So now you have sincerely yours, yours faithfully, yours sincerely. See how it kind of like just lets you do the same thing? And let me go back and do it again. You'll see that my selection that I added is still in there. So you can make this so you don't have to repeat your text expansion rules, if you will. See, I don't have to make a YS line and then make a SY line and then a YF line. I can just do it all here. So it's very efficient. So let's kick it up another notch. I want to show you variables. And this is where I find the software to be the most important in my workflow. Instead of using examples, let's create this one from scratch just so I can leave you with a better understanding of the software. Let's double-click the FASTKEYS icon. And then next, you're going to click the New button up here at the top right, and you're going to be presented with this box. So now imagine you need to complete some kind of task. You want to make a macro or just some kind of cookie cutter paragraph that you're typing. You find yourself typing every day, and it's just becoming tiring. So let's pretend you're a school teacher. And you need to type a letter to 100 parents of some students. And it's the same letter. It's the same result for every student. I don't think that's really going to happen exactly like that, but whatever. This is the best I've got for an example. And I already got some text prepared down here that we're going to use. Let's copy that and paste it into the box where we're going to work on this. Now, this text that I pasted in the box is missing something. It's missing a parent's name, the student's name. That's where we can insert a variable because this can change for every person's name that you type. Let's try that out. We got hello, and then that's where you'd put a name. Hello, whatever. Let's click in this box, and you're going to click hello space. And what you're going to do is click the More button. You're going to go to Macros, and then you're going to click on Manual Text Input. And it's what you're going to give the pop-up box a name for. I kind of worded that weird. It's going to say hello, and then let's call this parent name. You generally don't want to put spaces in the variable name. Just keep it all together, make it easy to read. So what that does is inputs a variable, and I want to give you an example of what it's going to do before we add another variable. Now you have to give your string, you have to define it, and that's just the key combination that you hit before it uses this whole scenario. So you can make this whatever you want. I'm going to make it semicolon 88. And then description, you can name what this is. I'm going to call this parent call out. And again, name this anything you want. And then click OK and click Save. So you just saw me do this a second ago. I made the text string semicolon 88, right? As soon as I type that and hit space, you got to enter a parent name. Well, let's type a parent name, Benny. And then you can see right here, it just typed that all out. Hello, Benny. It has come to my attention that, well, we're missing something else. We're missing the student's name. So let's go back. And this is how you can tweak things. It's so easy. Double click it and then go back here and look for this 88. That's the one we named it. And again, you can change this at all times. You can go back and name it 99. It doesn't matter. But what we're missing is the student name. So hello, parent name. It has come to my attention that student name. So let's insert a variable here. Click on More, go to Macros, go to Manual Text Input. Name it this student name or whatever you want to call it. You could call this 88, but then it wouldn't make sense in the pop-up box, as you'll see. This is going to be the name of that pop-up box. So we got student name. We're going to click OK. We're going to click Save. And what did I make it? 99. We're going to type in semicolon 99 space. So let's type the parent name, John little Johnny, I don't know, Johnny. And then as soon as I hit enter, hello, John, it has come to my attention that Johnny, you don't want to do it like that, but it has come to my attention that Johnny, that has been slacking. It sounds like I've been slacking as the teacher, so I'm going to go back and fix that. And it has come to my attention that Johnny, delete the word that so it sounds right, and try it again. Let's delete all this. And the cool thing is it's so easy to tweak this. Parent name, John, Johnny. It has come to my attention that Johnny has been slacking on homework assignments. Meet me on Google Meet with the assignment or the grade gets it. So it's really cool. Now, I use this on dozens of different rules for my workflow, for HR tasks. HR, they're constantly having to rewrite letters with the same content but different names in it. This really decreases your errors. I see this in my case anyways. I don't know if you're a copy and pasting person, but this works so much better for me. So I hope this was informative, and thank you very much for watching the video. Remember that discount code's in the description. It goes until June 15th, 2020. Thanks everyone. Have a great night.